This is the CMT Trade Fair in Stuttgart, Germany. Today's 17th of January 2019, and if you're wondering why there doesn't be anybody around, it's because it's an hour and a half before the show actually opens, so it gives a chance to get in and see things. And I've been fortunate enough to find this stand where the vans are open and there's plenty of light, because there isn't on other stands. This is Robeta from Slovenia. This company manufactures, in this case on the Citroen Jumper base. Got 3 vans here, and this one here is called a Dionysius, and all 3 here are named after what I think are Greek gods. And let's have a look at this one here. Now the Dionysius is 540 centimeters long. It's got 2 places to seat, and it's got 2 sleeping places. Unusually, you can have 4 sleeping places for a 2-seater van, should you so desire, but you'll need to order a pop-up top to do that. Of course, you could decide to sleep in the tent in the roof, or, as perhaps would be more logical, you'd keep it without it and save yourself a fair whack of cash. Now, let's have a look at some of the prices on this. This thing here starts off at 44,290. This one here is costing 60,652. So you've got more than 18,000 euros of extras, which include various things from Citroen, such as the chassis, the plus packet, the sports packet, the TV packet, and then you've got some various other things. I'm not certain the TV packet actually comes from Citroen, but never mind. Maybe it does, maybe it doesn't. Let's have a look inside. Now, it makes more sense to have, if you're traveling, you don't need 4 seats. On the contrary though, you might think, well, if you're actually sitting eating with somebody, you want to be vis-a-vis, you want to sit in front of them. The problem, of course, is that by the time you put a bench in, you're taking up around 90 centimeters or thereabouts of space. So there's a limited amount of space you've got to deal with. In a case like this, 5.4 times less than 2, you've got not much more than 10 square meters to play with. So bear in mind that before saying you want a rear bench. And you say we'll get a longer vehicle, but then you've got the problem you can't park it. So I believe to keep the vehicle as small as possible, so has a smaller footprint as possible, because of these things of parking and traveling. In the United States, people say, well, yeah, but the roads are bigger. As indeed they are bigger. Incidentally, they're also bigger in Sweden, I recently learned. The thing is, you know, if you want to go into a small Mediterranean village or something like that, then you need a smallish van. It's either that, or you're leaving the campsite and you're walking in, or getting the bus in, or have a van with a car in the garage, something like that. Right, this is the smallest fridge that Dometic do. I've got the same one in my van, except mine's a bigger one. Down here we've got a storage box, the water box, which also in a way helps for somewhere you put your feet, because I think you could put your feet there. Now, I mentioned what you can put instead of having a bench, and then you've got a really big wardrobe for a van of this size. Got a table there. Now in the bulkhead they put storage up in. The minivans do this. Personally, I'd rather have more space actually for my head. But alright, anyway. You can't really get a great deal up there. Or you can get a box with a mega sat there, you know. In there. Get some bedding in there, I suppose. I used to keep my bedding up there. So there we have the electrics. This is how you turn your 12 volt lighting on and off. And I'll just show you. Make the point off. I'll leave it on, of course. It's the beginning of the day here. Now here we've got 2 burners and a small sink. Twelve volt, 230 volt. The drawers under here are very large. And you can get a lot of stuff in there, a lot of pans in there. And there's 2 of them. You've also got something here. Yeah. In a way, it's like an extra wardrobe, I would say. Your coats in there, so that would keep me quite happy, because I'm always on about hanging space. I mean, the thing is, you know, I think if you ironed your t-shirts or something, then you want to put them somewhere. There's a bit more storage up there. Right, now at the back, you've got also large lockers. Get a lot of stuff in there as well. And these things here, although they'll look a bit inconvenient, but that's necessary because you've got the light up there and the switch. So something had to go there. Maybe that should have gone under, maybe that would have been a better place, maybe there's a technical reason why it has to be there, I don't know. Right, now the bed is divided into sections of the mattress, so you can remove things should you be so necessary. If you need to take these things away, it's sort of a modular approach, which is quite good for carrying heavy things, or sorry, bulky things. You get a bicycle in there, for example. It might be difficult sleeping with the bicycle in there, but maybe it's possible. More storage, and there's a telly. Come into the washroom. Got a duckboard down there. Thing is, there's not a lot of height up in here. Obviously, it's a small van, so you can't expect too much space. But you've got mirrors on the side here. The mirror at the top is an angle because of the size of the outdoor wall. And up there, you can see we've got the a roof light, which would allow lots of light in here. There isn't a huge amount of space though. And I'll show you down here to the bottom. Very sensible sliding door. Sit down here and admire the view. I would say that for a person who's travelling by themselves, this would be quite good. I think, however, for 2 people, the problem's often the case is that, you know, I like to sit in front of the person I'm with rather than sit next to them. So that is a that for me would be a little bit of an issue. Although, you know, I very much appreciate the extra storage you get. We've got here the table, which is, I think, a little on the small side. Maybe it's, you know, it's okay though for 1 person. I think, of course, I mean, any the chairs are here, and if you're not using them, you are losing space, and using them during the day as well, which is one of the I can never understand why I have these vans with rear-facing benches behind the driver's seats. It's just so illogical to me. Okay, that's now going to come out. So you've got the 5-year guarantee, 7-year water ingress guarantee, 7-year furniture guarantee, 25mm of isolation all around, including the doors. You've got this enormous drawer here. What's the thing here of outdoor stuff? Or maybe it's sort of your storage stuff, your long-term stuff. You can keep your some of the things you're not going to be needing for a while in there, or your dirty clothes or whatever. It says there's more space for storage, and there certainly is. So from that point of view, it's pretty good. Now, one thing I would like to make quite clear, of course, is the size of it. It's got a very small footprint, and that, I think, here in Europe does count for a lot. So this is the smallest of the 3 vans they've got here. Got this one here, which is called an Apollo, which is about a metre longer. And this looks like this. You can see this in more detail in another film. And we've got this one here, which is called the Helios, which looks like this. This one's a 6-metre van. So, coming back to the star of this video here, this one here, the Dionysius, and so if you find that of interest, I've got lots more material on my site which you might want to have a look at. Also motorhomefulltime.com, you can get a monthly newsletter which talks about van life and all sorts of other things. I was doing it on a weekly basis, but then I started loading films up every day to YouTube. I thought I could reach more people like that, so I started doing the newsletter on a monthly basis rather than a weekly because of the time constraints. Okay, so if you found that of interest, please let me know.